Hello guys, my name is Steve Patterson. I'm out to a teenager with ADHD. Now then, this is one of them videos where you have to make it for that people can understand it. Now, I've got ADHD. ADHD means attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And throughout my day-to-day life, I meet a lot of people, whether it be at my work or at my college, that don't really understand what I've got. And when people don't understand, they won't get what's going on with you. Now, obviously, the teachers and my lecturer and my work colleagues, they all understand what I've got. But my classmates, they don't. They say they do. Only a couple of them will actually ever know how I feel because they've got friends or family members who have got ADHD. But I have got ADHD and I hate it because it makes me feel very different. I've always been different. Kids would run around in the playground kicking a football. I wouldn't. I would try to join in, but I'd be rubbish at football. But it was only when I was on holiday with my parents that my parents finally realised that I could actually have it. Now, my big brother, don't get me wrong, my big brother had ADHD, but he's since grown out of it. Whereas me, I was told I would grow out of it by my psychiatrist, but I never did. And that was something that, was very upsetting for me because I just want to be normal. Now, every day I have to take 50 milligrams of tablets just to calm me down enough to leave the house. Now, people might go, oh, but you're pumping drugs into your system, and do you not feel bad about that? If it was between me going to college acting like a complete and utter idiot and showing myself up and get kicked out, or for me going to work and getting fired because I'm too hyper and I'm too annoying, then I would prefer to take tablets every day, which I do. But I'm an ADHD. It honestly feels like you're not you. I mean, I've watched some of my videos back where I've actually done them videos when my tablets have worn off and I'm showing my true self, and I just don't recognise myself. My tablets, they last around about 7 hours, so my tablets will probably wear off in about an hour, 2 hours. They meant to last about 12 hours, but sometimes last about 10. Depends how much I take. Sometimes I can go on 60 when I run out of 50s because I've got two 30s, but most of the time I'm on 50s. But it's difficult when you don't even recognise yourself in a video, because in that video you're hyper, and in that video you're you. And the problem is, if I were to be me all the time, then I wouldn't have many friends. I mean, I don't have many friends, but I actually wouldn't have any friends. I most probably wouldn't be living at home because I would just be that bad. I'm argumentative. I talk back. I am annoying. I just basically do stuff that I'm not meant to do, and I wouldn't get things done like coursework, or I wouldn't remember to wash my clothes the night before I go to work, or I would forget. And if it wasn't for my iPhone, I would have forgot a lot of things. But since I've got a phone and I've got about four or five apps of one thing to remind me to do something, if I didn't have that app, I would remember that thing when I needed to do it, or after it had passed. And I've been told at college that, I say, oh, I've got ADHD, and I use it as an excuse. I don't use ADHD as an excuse. I never have done, I never will do, because I make my own decisions. But there are times when my ADHD has taken over, and the ADHD has made them decisions for me. And that is something that is so difficult to explain to people, especially people who are older than you and who are your classmates. Then people, they make you feel like crap. They really do. And there's been times when I've, like tried to do something to be told that I can't do that thing. Because, like with me being in catering college, I have to remember stuff. I have to follow a recipe. Do you know how difficult that is? When your brain is telling you, no, you're not going to follow that recipe. You're going to take shortcuts and you're going to do it yourself. You know how bad it is when people tell you, you should have done this and you should have done that. I know I should have done it, but my brain decided not to. And that is all part of my ADHD. I forget things that I've been shown or told unless it's done in front of me 3 or 4 times or told to me 3 or 4 times. And it's like I have a lot of jokes. There's a lot of jokes about me at my college. I've been badly bullied at my college, and it just makes you feel rotten, and it makes you just feel really, really bad about your entire life, your entire existence. And I want to be normal, but I can't be normal because people are telling me that I never will be normal. I'll always be me, but the person that you meet during the day is not the same person that you meet if you met me at night or in the morning before I took my tablets. You wouldn't recognise me. And I've always told people, how would you feel if you were in my shoes and you had ADHD? And I've been told that they would never want to walk in my shoes because it must be really difficult. It is. Can you imagine? I'm trying to think of something to say. Can you imagine you're sitting on a bus, your stop is the next stop, and the stop after that is 20 minutes away from where you're meant to get off, but you can't get off that bus because your brain is saying no, you're going to get off at the next stop because it's so far out of your way that it's fun. Yes, I might go to people in my college. Yeah, it's fun having ADHD, but it's not. It's difficult, and every single day I have to live with it. And trust me, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, never mind myself. But if I had to just give up one thing to cure my ADHD, I would. And sadly, that's never going to happen because there is no cure for ADHD. It'll always be here with me. So next time you see somebody or speak to somebody with ADHD and they may be playing up, let them. Because eventually we calm down enough to realise what's going on. We don't always need to be told that we're not done something right. We don't always need to be informed that we're being argumentative. Because we already know. Because deep down inside we're feeling really, really bad and really, really guilty for what we've just done. But we can't stop it. Because our brains are saying, let's do it. Now this is one of them type of videos that I decided to make because, it's like, well, I just wanted to give you guys an insight into how I am. And, people they don't realise, like, how difficult it must be. And I mean, I make it look so easy, but it's not. Yes, I play up, I act up, I'm argumentative, I fidget, I can't sit still, I like to talk. That's not me. That's my ADHD. The person you meet during the day, that's who I want to be. But the person at night and in the morning before drugs are in my system, that's a person I wish I could never be. But sadly I am that person. And when people realise that I'm actually quite a nice guy, I would do anything for anybody, and I would drop anything that I was doing to help anybody. But I don't deserve to have ADHD, but I've got it. I don't want it, but I've got it. So, yeah. This is me. And if you don't like it, you know where the door is. But just next time, just think before you remind somebody with ADHD or with other mental health problems, or you tell them something that could make them feel really, really bad about themselves. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, hit the like button down there. If you would like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the button's just up there if you're on the internet, if you're on like a computer. The button is down there as long as the like button on your mobile phone or tablet. And leave me a comment in the section below on what kind of videos you would like to see me do, and I will attempt to do them. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube video. Goodbye.